Hello, 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 everyone. It's good to see all of you today again. And I know it's good night, good morning to other parts of the world. And as I promised that today I will be coming back to you whenever I have a moment. This is it. And just trying to set up my but I think it's fine now. Yeah, and also expecting some guests from somewhere. Okay. Yesterday we shared, also discussed about something that many people don't apply, something that many people don't apply, okay, in almost every cryptocurrency, okay. The thing is, within the cryptocurrency world, there's nothing like someone came in 2009 and that particular person graduated 2009 or 2010 or 11 or to date, then that person already is knowledgeable about cryptocurrency. No, it's not like it. But in a crypto world, what we learned before the launch in 2009, let's say late 2007 towards 2008, that was just an introduction, something that will give us an idea of what is algorithm, what is crypto, what is the blockchain, some things like that. But it was not yet in place. I hope we understand each other. It was not yet in place, but it was still telling us about forthcoming attractions of new money. That's how I understand it. I don't know about you. So, in 2009, okay, but let's say 2008, it was already circulating, meaning the introduction of the first cryptocurrency, because it was still one. So many people started following up, though at the end they did not partake in the whole arrangement after they've heard the introduction. Okay, so that circulation was happening in 2008. Okay, and that was happening in 2008. Yes. So now, here's the thing. Now, people now, late 2008 towards 2009, okay, people started learning about it, wanted to know exactly where is it hitting, okay, and there was this question that how is it going to help us, or how is it going to be different from what do you call this, from other currencies, specifically fiat currency. So those were questions. Okay. Now, let's go now to 2009. Then it was launched, okay. And then there were still questions that now it has been launched at that price that 0.001 cents in dollars, okay. People could purchase much stake, about what do you call this? Meaning people could purchase a bigger stake because it was cheap, it was affordable, everyone could buy that. But of course, since we know that not everyone takes initiative immediately, but some they're waiting for someone to take action, and then after that they will follow later, provided they see the results. These are some of the things, okay. So now the thing now is many, though not all, purchased those tokens, okay. But there were still questions about it. Now, the questions that people are asking today about cryptocurrency, we have only stated few in our heading there. Cryptocurrency is also TBC. They did not ask those questions about major currencies. Major currencies, they all fall under fiat currency, which is Euro, British Sterling, or GBP, Great Britain Pound, and the US dollar. You see, they didn't ask questions about that. It went as far as they were trading these currencies in the New York Stock Exchange, Johannesburg Stock Exchange in South Africa, London Stock Exchange in the UK. What was driving markets to be active? People didn't ask that. People, what they did, they just traded shares without asking, with the hope of gaining something after they've purchased those shares. Okay, it depends, because in South Africa we have over 600 companies listed in the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. So it's up to an individual which company you choose to trade. But the question is, before you trade a company, you buy a share from a certain company, there are steps to be followed, and there are things to be done. Okay. Now, you can't just buy a share because it's less, but you have to track down the company. I was with, I was a student at London Stock Exchange. You can say LSI, London Stock Investment, in Johannesburg Stock Exchange, South Africa. That's where I was learning my trading for shares. Okay, that was before Forex. And during that process, then I had to learn about Forex as well. Okay. You will see a company, and then you'll go to and opt for a certain company. Shares are beginning from 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents. You can buy as many as you can, but the thing is, have you tracked down that company and see their past operation in the past 10 years? And should it happen that you buy those shares, and then what will happen in the next coming 3 months, or on what percentage? These are the things. You don't just trade a company. And then we have about 18 signals in Johannesburg Stock Exchange when you trade shares in a trading platform. It depends also which trading platform I'm using, but I was using 2 different platforms just in order to confirm what I was doing. But I didn't rely much on the demo platforms because they're very tricky. You'll see yourself generating income like that, and then you think that now I can trade. But when you go on a live trading platforms, then things are different now because the movements and the signals, up and down. You're talking about depreciation, appreciation. They were no longer on the same speed. If you know exactly what you're doing, you will notice the difference. So I didn't, meaning I was never convinced by the demo accounts or demo trading platforms, either Forex or Johannesburg Stock Exchange, because those markets are still controlled by the same system. Okay. Yes. So, but of course, the way other companies that I've traded, I had to do my thorough research, and I had to multiply my mentors in order to understand those tradings. Okay. So the bottom line is that when people traded shares and those traded those what do you call this shares, when they gain something, they never asked that how it's been generated by these markets. That was the first mistake. So according to me, people would have started from there to ask questions, but they were relaxed because some of them they were not trading these shares, meaning as individuals, but companies were also proposing to buy shares for them. They didn't ask that if a company is buying these shares for us, how much the companies will be gaining, things like that. They didn't ask. It was wow, the companies are good, and now let's trade these markets or shares. Yeah, this is a good company. No, the companies knew something, or the firms that we're working for, they knew something about these markets, stock exchange, trading shares, also Forex. In addition to that, what I'm trying to say is that the questions that people are asking today, they would have asked the same questions when they were involved with shares, or when their firms or companies were buying shares for them. They would have asked that, where does that money come from? You see? So, but the way the system has manipulated the minds of many around the globe, people didn't ask. They were not used to ask questions and question everything. They were not used to that. Now, let's come to crypto world. As you can see, our heading today is saying what drives cryptocurrency, also TBC. Yeah, we want to understand that drive. Yesterday, we spoke about it, we shared about it, but my time was limited. So I felt that now we should get on it again today. And also, if someone from the panel and all those who are watching currently should say something and share something on the top chat, I'll really appreciate that. Because remember, if we don't talk about these things, or if we don't build each other within this community of TBC, then that will be the biggest mistake. Okay. But we need to know what's happening around the globe and what's driving what, and why are we in this situation, and why are we trapped? Why are we not making a difference? What's actually hindering the whole process? Okay, so the thing now is people must now familiarize themselves with what education of TBC. cryptocurrency, they must also learn. And also, they must learn about what's surrounding them or everyone, what's surrounding us, the situation in the country politically. We are not saying they should be politicians, no, but you must know politically what's going on, what's causing all of these problems. We need to share about those things. Okay, it's not all about being a member of TBC and then TBC will eradicate poverty globally. Are you saying it will do that by its own? No, with an involvement of us, and not just us involving ourselves within the Billion Coin community, but by making use of these tokens. The more we make use of it, then that's where the circulation begins. Just like what? Just like the Bitcoin. It is where it is today because of people who are involved with it, are making use of it daily. Not today or next week, they don't. No, daily. So now the question is, are we doing the same? Remember that we are just another cryptocurrency. Are we doing the same thing? No, we are not. Only few of us are doing that. And then you can go through my last night replay video. We discussed something similar to that. That why are we seeing the same faces over and over again in the live stream broadcast? Is because some of the stakeholders and some of the leaders are not happy to empower their referrals. They are worried that should they empower their referrals, what's going to happen? They won't be in a position to generate some cash or income, because now they've turned their own referrals into economy slaves, meaning they should buy from them, of which I don't do that. And I've never done that. You have seen the first, the second, the third, and the fourth cash flow coaching in South Africa. The third one and the fourth one, the very same orphans or members that we were training, they began to live stream on the third and the fourth, meaning new faces were born. And we also encouraged those new faces to encourage their referrals. I hope we understand that one. Because if we are still trapped in that mentality that we are not going to empower other community members, in brackets referrals, then there won't be any circulation. And we will never, ever drive this coin off TBC. It will stay where it is. With value, it will grow, but it won't circulate. But Bitcoin will keep on circulating, even if it's so volatile. We understand that, right? Okay. So we also have to ask ourselves something, that what is involved to help our global communities, to help them with the knowledge of moving away from poverty. What is involved? Are we actually hands-on, or are we, just preaching, sitting there? Look, guys, we have to open up. It's a straight thing. That's what you know. Are we just sitting there live streaming without doing an extended work or going extra mile? Are we going extra mile? Or are we here to multiply our live stream broadcast, that today I'm on the 20th broadcast or 200 or whatever? What about those other community members, your referrals? Are you empowering them? Are you helping them? If you are a leader, a true leader, then you will empower those people. We want to see those faces here, live streaming, different faces. Even if I can stay for a month and do one live stream broadcast, but you know one thing for sure, that you will see other faces. I will be behind them, coaching them, encouraging them, allowing them the strategies and the trainings on how to cash flow, meaning how to make money. It's simple as that. Are some of us doing that? Because if you are not doing that, I don't think you'll be telling the truth that you are a leader. No, you are not. Okay. So a true leader, yes, of course, we know they don't coach for free. Someone has to part with something, of course. But at the same time, the very same people that we are coaching, they are also entitled of something. How to do that? Just follow the articles. You'll know how to do that. But at the end of the day, they must also benefit something. That is TBC mission that I understand. I don't know about you. Okay. Now, last but one, how do we help people with no knowledge on how to get out of poverty? So as leaders and interested stakeholders who are keen to work with us in this mission, let us go out, help everyone who is trapped in the scarcity or poverty. Okay, we have seen some of the things with Bitcoin, how Bitcoin really made a difference. Bitcoin has made a big difference. You all know that. It wouldn't have been a debate about it or a discussion about it if we didn't know something about it. Okay, so remember, it's so volatile, but it has made a very big difference. It has made millionaires and billionaires in dollars. We know that. I've enjoyed so much benefits from Bitcoin. I've also made a fortune in TBC from 2016. So I don't think that has changed. It hasn't changed because the same strategy, if not advanced, you can still apply that today. It doesn't matter whether the TBC coin is 1 billion or not. You can still use the same strategy that you have used in the early days of 2016 to cash flow, because cash flow was there second day after the launch of TBC. Many of you knows that the people that we've started with, why today people are not cashing out. There's no button. There was a button already during the early days of 2016. Okay. Now, lastly, the heading says, what drives cryptocurrencies, also TBC? That's the heading of the day. Actually, it's a continuation of last night's last live stream broadcast. So I'm just adding on that. Before I get into that now, I would love to share that with you, of course. Let's go on a top chat. We have our brother Stephen Coffey from United States. Hi, brother. Thanks for joining us. We have Michael Elu from Papua New Guinea. My brother, thanks. I was expecting to see you on the, not a top chat, but on the video panel. I don't know what happened, but I think we will rearrange again. And then we have my brother, Crypto TBC, John Hart. And hi, brother. And I hope you're good in Mexico. And then we have Tommy H. Joseph. And thanks again for joining us today. And Sumon Rahman. Hi, brother. Thanks for joining us. I saw you last night. Yeah, you joined me last night. So let's get into this one now. the more we use these tokens, kernels of TBC or TBC coins, then that's where the circulation begins. But if we don't use it, the world will never know about it. That's the thing. We understand, right? But as soon as we use it, it will circulate. Of course, it won't circulate at the highest speed. It will start from 40, 60, 80, 100, like a car. When you drive the car, you always start with your neutral, and you prepare yourself, and then you go in the first gear, second, and things like that. Just like the automatic car, it will also apply the same thing, but it's just that you don't clash it to do the drive for you. So we have to drive these coins of TBC in order to see the difference, in order to see the change, in order to bring a circulation. And that circulation I'm talking about, we don't have to see it outside to other people. We have to see it amongst ourselves. The number currently, thanks, it's over 3.3 million, right? And it's still gonna grow, okay? Because after 3.3 million, we still have other fractions added. So it's still gonna grow. Now, what are we saying? Yes, the growth is still slow, but as soon as we amongst ourselves start making use of it, because we can, there's a $10 fee, we have cash centers, and then there is 50% arrangement. There can be that can be another circulation. And then what do we have? We have a lot. Yesterday, the admin has forwarded another article, very interesting article about 100 million cookies, something like that. It really, those some were saying it looked exactly like a metric system. Well, I don't know about that. I'll still study that. And then if it does look like that, well, but I cannot say anything on that now because I did not look at it in that way. But I need to study it first. Then I'll say if it was a matrix or not. Okay. So all these arrangements the admin is forwarding to us. It's a cash generator, cash flow coaching. When you coach for cash flow, you don't coach for free. That's another cash generator. And there's a lot, guys. Some of our members, about 50% of this community, they don't have Bitcoins. Yes, some they cannot say, but they don't have Bitcoins. They don't even have Ethereum or Litecoins or whatever. Some, they don't even have PayPal. If something is introduced, $10 fee, for an example, that they will have to battle to get that. So there's a lot to be done within this community. So we have this cash flow system, and not forgetting selling the $100 worth of kernel. It's still in place. Yes, in 2016, we used to sell full TBC coins. It was decentralized, but currently it's centralized because of the discounters, the scammers within our system. Many of our members did not go through the disclaimer, but as you are reviewing the disclaimer today, it will actually give you a guide on how to conduct your business with a new member and, of course, existing members who are currently called orphans. Okay, so let us derive this system to generate cash for each and every one. We won't be the same with the scale. It also depends on the marketing part of it. How did you market yourself? Someone has marketed himself for the past two and a half years, and the person who just came in now 2 months ago or late last year, these people are not the same. They're not on the same level. Yes, we do have others who were members for the past 2 years, even over, but some of those are not interested. They're just waiting for something to happen. How it happens is none of their business. But we have those who are hands-on, and we have builders and we have kringlers. So you choose where you feature. So we also have broadcasters, and it will also depend that are those broadcasters builders at the same time, because you find broadcasters who are just broadcasters, okay, no, not building anything, okay. So you know yourselves, okay. But of course, we know those who are hands-on, those who are both, and those who are still waiting, okay. So lastly, just to add something on that, my understanding is that in a crypto world, something has to drive another thing in order to generate something, or to generate results. Let me put it that way. So it can't just happen through a magic. Just like fiat currencies, I've made an example. The major currencies, I've already stated them. And people did not ask what drives those markets to be where they are today. And some people didn't understand that what made Bitcoin to be where it is today. It was all about me, I'm making money, that's it. You're not interested to know. Okay. So we have, here is TBC. You see, attitudes follows us wherever we go, up until we accept that no, somewhere we didn't apply things right. Let us remove the old method of doing things and apply the new way of doing things and how things are done. And then all will go well. So I'll ask all of you to replay this video, even the one that I've shared with you last night. It will help us a lot. I also do the same. When I'm alone, if I didn't get something right from Stephen Covey's replay videos, John, and others, I won't sleep. I'll go and replay it. And when I do that, I have to be alone now in a private place in order to listen to what others were saying. Then that's how I learn from you guys. But sometimes during the live stream, I can still learn some things. I blend my TBC education. So thank you guys. Let me not consume much of your time. It's I think it's almost 33 minutes and 52 seconds, and I won't be long today. And it's good to see all of you, and thanks for everyone who have joined me. And I'm looking forward to join others as well. I can see here that who's this? I'll tell you, there is someone here. TBC live broadcast number 19. Oh, Tommy H. Joseph is currently live. I would love to go and join him. And thanks again, brothers and sisters, and all my fellow TBCians for joining us. Oh, someone just came in from South Africa in Soweto, Gauteng province. It's one of the the student that who's currently in our program, cash flow program, and she had about two her own broadcasts. Okay, she had two now. So I hope you are now beginning to know her. Her name is Kagiso Sikano. So though she came late, but I have to go off now. And then Kagiso, you can replay this video. And thanks again. Let me go and join others. I'll talk to you soon, and bye.